On today's episode on WarpDriveM, we are going to replace the water pump on a BMW V8. This is a 7 series, but the procedure is going to be the same for the 5 series and the other models with a V8. So let's begin. First thing first, we have to remove some covers in order to have access to the other stuff from underneath, and in order to do that we are going to use T25 in order to remove these 4 bolts or screws, this one, this one, this one and this one. And after we remove this cover we have to take this one out. This is just twist like this and it's out, but like I've said, we have to remove first this one. Okay, now we can take this out, lift a little bit and pull it from the other plastic cover. Now it's gone. This is just, like I said, twist. Let's see. This one is out as well. Now we have more room. In order to go deeper than this, we have to remove water hose, this one, and I think that's about it. In order to take this fan shroud out, we will have a T25 as well in here, and after that we can pull this off. Of course we have to unplug this sensor, and we can remove after that the fan clutch fan, which is bolted on the water pump. You will have this plastic tab in here and won't go past this hose. In order to remove any hose from the BMW, you have to put a screwdriver right in there and lift this metal clamp and you can remove that. And in order to remove the clutch fan, you will need a 32 millimeter spanner and a special tool. Maybe you can use something else, but this is the tool in order to hold the water pump fixed in place, something like this. You have to put the end of the tool on 2 bolts from the water pump, and with a 32 millimeter spanner you have to undo the bolt, that big bolt in there, but it's going to be a reverse thread. You have to tighten in order to undo that, something like this. Just a second, maybe I am going to be able to show you with one hand. Yep, now you can remove the tool now. And just a second. It's just like you have to tighten the bolt, it's going to come loose, something like this. See that? And now you can see the thread in there. Yep, so reverse thread, this tool and a 32 millimeter spanner. But first we have to remove the water hose and the shroud fan. Under the car now, you have to remove this protective plastic shield, just a bunch of 8 millimeter screws. And on the right side, on the radiator, you will have a cap. Let me try to film from the other side. Right in there. See that red dot? So let's do this. Not really sure if this is going to work, but let's give it a try. Oh, it's coming, something is coming. Back on top now. Undo the cap and you will notice that now we have a flow. We are going to remove after that the belt. In order to remove this belt, we have to undo this tensioner with a long wrench and the T55. You have to put it in there. I hope you can see. Somewhere in there. Come on. Something like this. It's kind of tricky with one hand, but I'm gonna try to show you. And just pull. See that? Now you can remove the belt. In order to remove the water pump, you have to remove all the hoses, like this one, and of course this one, which goes right in here. Underneath in here there is another one. Let me try to show you that. See that? Yep, in there. And that hose goes from the water pump to the expansion tank. I have that removed because I'm going to do a lot of work on this car, on this engine. Anyway, after you removed everything, you have to remove the temperature sensor, the other one for the thermostat, and after that we have to remove this balancer, and it has like 6 or 8 T45 screws, and the screws looks like this, and this is the tool. You just have to put the tool in there and remove all 8 of them. After I removed all the 8 T45 screws out, I took the balancer, and you will have a washer for all the screws. This one is upside down, but you get the point. You just have to take it out. No press, nothing is needed. And now we have access to all the bolts and screws from the water pump. Now we can remove the water pump. After you remove all the 10mm screws, you will have a longer one here on top. Take this 10mm nut out in order to release this hose, and you have to pull like this, and the water pump will pop out from these 2 pipes, and the pipe from the water pump to alternator is going to come out as well. In this case, in my case, it just fell and it's in here. So that's the pipe, goes from here to here. Take it out, and now I think we can take this out. Just like that. And our gasket was leaking. Yep, in there, in here. Oh yeah, it was pinched in there, and we have no O-rings at all in here. Somebody used silicone, and that's why we had some leaks in here as well. Silicone everywhere on the thermostat housing. Why? I have no idea, because there are gaskets for something like this. But we are going to replace everything. If you find this video useful, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, as usual, thumbs down. Until next time, see you later.